If you're over 60, your body speaks to you in ways it never did before. Maybe your knees whisper with pain. Maybe your hands don't quite close like they used to. Maybe the simple act of standing up feels like lifting a mountain. I know the feeling. You may think that aging just comes with pain, that it's part of the deal, but I'm here to tell you something nobody told me when I turned 60. It's not age that's making you suffer, it's inflammation. And you can fight it, not with pills, not with surgery, but with food. Today I'm sharing 8 anti-inflammatory foods every senior should know. Not just names on a list, but stories behind them, how they help me, and how they can help you. Lean in. This could be the turning point your joints, your heart, and your mind have been waiting for. I will weave stories, wisdom, and reflections from a life well lived into essential knowledge every senior needs to hear. Don't just exist, thrive, grow, and glow with these timeless secrets. Like, subscribe, and share if you believe in aging gracefully and powerfully. Comment below, what fruit do you eat every day? Let's build a community of wisdom and wellness. What is inflammation? Now, before we get into the foods, let's talk about what inflammation really is. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. It's your immune system's way of saying something's wrong. But when inflammation stays too long, like an uninvited guest, it stops healing and starts hurting. That's what causes arthritis, heart disease, memory problems, even depression. At my worst, I had to lean on walls to walk down the hall. My hands burned when I wrote. I was tired of feeling like I was falling apart. Then I changed how I ate. Not overnight, but one food at a time. Let's start with the first, food number 1, turmeric. Let me introduce you to a golden miracle, turmeric. I remember when I first started adding turmeric to my tea. My grandmother used to brew it in milk when I was sick. Back then, I didn't understand what she was doing. Now I know she was fighting inflammation before doctors ever said the word. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural anti-inflammatory so powerful it rivals some medications. It reduces joint pain, clears brain fog, calms the digestive system. But here's the trick. You have to mix it with black pepper. That's what unlocks its healing. Every morning I add a pinch of turmeric and pepper to warm almond milk. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual. You don't just eat turmeric. You invite it in like wisdom in a cup. It's not just a spice, it's medicine that stood the test of time. Ancient civilizations called it the golden healer. Its color is like sunrise in powder form, and when you open the jar, it carries the earthy scent of warm soil after rain. It's humble, but don't let that fool you. It holds ancient power. The key, a compound called curcumin. This bright yellow pigment is one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatories. Scientists say it works like ibuprofen, without the side effects, but I say it works like hope. I used to struggle to get out of bed. My knees cracked like old floorboards. My hands ached before they even held anything. Pain made me slow, quiet, unsure. Then I remembered my grandmother. She used to stir turmeric into warm milk when I had a cough or a fever. Back then it was just something I drank to make her happy. But decades later, that memory came back and I started drinking it again. Now every morning I mix a teaspoon of turmeric in warm almond milk. I add a pinch of black pepper. That's important, it helps your body absorb the curcumin. And a touch of cinnamon and honey. That cup became my ritual. A slow, warm start to the day that felt like I was doing something sacred. Turmeric doesn't just reduce inflammation. It helps your joints, eases your digestion, supports your liver, and sharpens your memory. It's a full-body defender. And more than that, it reminded me that healing isn't just about removing pain. It's about reclaiming rhythm, warmth, and care. About turning your kitchen into your sanctuary. Every time I stir that golden powder, I feel connected to tradition, to nature, to the part of myself that's still strong, still healing. This is not just spice. It's strength, ground into powder, waiting for you. Food number 2, berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. These aren't just snacks. They're tiny warriors, full of antioxidants, especially anthocyanins. These little fruits travel through your blood and put out the fires that inflammation starts. I used to eat cereal with sugar every morning. Now I eat oats topped with berries, flaxseed, and a little honey. Since then, my hands don't swell like they used to. My knees, they forgive me when I walk farther. Berries don't just taste sweet. They remind me that healing can be sweet too. They're tiny warriors in armor the color of sunsets. Each one is packed with anthocyanins, a special class of antioxidants that roam your bloodstream like vigilant soldiers, locating inflammation and calming it like a balm. These antioxidants protect your cells from damage and aging, especially in your brain and heart. When I began replacing sugary pastries with a simple bowl of berries, the shift was slow but certain. My hands that once woke me up with stiffness began to move more freely. My knees didn't resist as much when I climbed stairs. But more than that, my mind began to feel clearer, as if the fog lifted, one berry at a time. These fruits are nature's sweet gift. They taste like joy, bright, tart, and refreshing, and every bite whispers to your body, "I'm here to heal you." I remember one morning in late spring, I went to the market and bought a carton of blueberries still warm from the sun. I sat on a bench and ate them with my fingers, their juice staining my fingertips purple. And in that moment I felt young, not because my age changed, but because I was feeding my youth from the inside. Berries are rich in fiber too, which helps regulate blood sugar, a key issue for many seniors. That same fiber supports healthy digestion and reduces gut inflammation. It's not just about the taste, it's about the repair work they do with each bite. Add berries to your morning oats, blend them in smoothies, stir them into yogurt, or eat them just as they are, sun-kissed and simple. Let your healing be sweet. Let it be colorful. Let it begin with something small and beautiful. Food number 3. Leafy greens. If your joints ache or your memory slips, ask yourself, how much green have I eaten today? It's never too late to grow strong again. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, these are nature's healers. They're loaded with magnesium, folate, and vitamin K, all things your body needs to calm inflammation. When I was younger, I ignored greens. Meat and bread were my plate, but I paid the price. Now I fill half my plate with greens, sautéed in olive oil, tossed in a salad, blended into smoothies. They clean your blood, they protect your bones, they slow the aging of your brain. Leafy greens are especially powerful because they help alkalize the body, meaning they can reduce the internal acidity that often fuels chronic inflammation. They're also rich in chlorophyll, which acts as a natural detoxifier. One of my favorite evening meals is a warm bowl of sautéed kale and garlic with a drizzle of olive oil and a splash of lemon juice. Simple, vibrant, healing. If your joints ache or your memory slips, ask yourself, how much green have I eaten today? Dark leafy greens are like nature's medicine chest, filled with compounds that reduce inflammatory markers and support your liver, heart, and digestive system. It's never too late to grow strong again, and it can start with a single handful of spinach. Food number 4, fatty fish. I didn't grow up near the ocean. Fish was rare on our table, but when I turned 65, my doctor told me, eat salmon or suffer. Fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, sardines, are full of omega-3 fatty acids. These are your body's natural fire extinguishers. They lower inflammation, protect your heart, and even improve mood. When I added salmon twice a week, I noticed something: less stiffness, better sleep, sharper thoughts. Now I call salmon my joint doctor. I grill it with lemon, bake it with herbs, or toss sardines onto toast. You don't need much, just consistency. Now let's talk about something from the sea. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are among the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories we know of. They help reduce joint pain, support heart health, and improve brain function. When I started eating fish twice a week, grilled salmon with herbs, sardines on whole grain toast, I noticed my knees didn't crack as much. The stiffness in my fingers started to ease, and something unexpected happened. My mood improved. That's because omega-3s also support mental health. They help fight depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. For seniors, that's not a luxury, it's a lifeline. Fatty fish are also high in high-quality protein and vitamin D, both of which are crucial for muscle strength and bone health as we age. They also help reduce triglycerides in the blood, lower blood pressure, and prevent the formation of arterial plaque, making them heart protectors. If you're not a fan of fish, consider a high-quality fish oil supplement, but check with your doctor first. Still, nothing beats the real thing: flaky warm salmon fresh off the grill with a squeeze of lemon and a side of steamed greens. You can also try canned sardines, an affordable and convenient source of omega-3s and calcium, especially if you eat the soft bones. Or go for mackerel, rich and flavorful, best with a touch of olive oil and herbs. Remember, eating fish isn't just a meal, it's medicine served on a plate. Twice a week, that's all it takes. Your joints, your brain, and your heart will thank you. Food number 5, olive oil. I threw away vegetable oil a decade ago. Now it's all extra virgin olive oil. This golden liquid is rich in oleocanthal, another natural anti-inflammatory that works like ibuprofen. I use it in everything: drizzled over greens, cooked with vegetables, or stirred into soups. But here's the key: it has to be cold-pressed and real, so I find small batch bottles. I store it in dark glass. Don't cook it too hot. And don't fear the fat. This fat heals. Food number 6, nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, flax, chia. I call them pocket medicine. They're full of healthy fats, fiber, and magnesium, all helping fight inflammation, balance blood sugar, and improve brain function. I carry a small bag in my coat.
When I'm hungry, I grab them instead of reaching for chips. Every bite is like oil for the rusty hinges in my body. And don't underestimate tiny things. Sometimes the smallest bites bring the biggest change. Food number 7. Garlic and onions, 38 to 43. Garlic isn't just for flavor, it's for freedom. Freedom from inflammation. It contains sulfur compounds that reduce inflammation and fight infection. Onions too, especially red ones, help regulate your immune response. When I was sick as a child, my mother would crush garlic into soup. Now I know she was giving me medicine disguised as dinner. I chop garlic fresh. Let it sit 10 minutes before cooking. That's when its healing power activates. Let your kitchen be your pharmacy. Food number 8. Green tea. I stopped drinking soda years ago. I replaced it with green tea and never looked back. Green tea is full of catechins, antioxidants that soothe inflammation and protect cells from aging. It's gentle, it's cleansing, it slows the fraying of time. Every morning I sit with a cup, no sugar, just warmth, peace and healing. I sip slowly, because healing isn't rushed, it's savored. Finally, these 8 foods, they're not exotic, they're not expensive, they're not trendy, they're timeless, ancient, proven. You don't have to eat them all at once. Start with one. Replace pain with power. Replace disease with discipline. Replace aging with awakening. You've still got time. You've still got life. And now you've got a map. The journey toward healing starts with your next bite. And I'll be here, walking it with you. Like this video if you believe health is the real wealth. Comment your favorite fruit below. Let's build a community of wisdom. Subscribe for more life lessons from the voice of experience.